EU leaders are gathering in Brussels for their final summit of the year. Tensions have never been higher as heads of state continue to search for a way out of the Eurozone crisis. Reuters Insider economics editor Nick Edwards talked to Finnish Prime Minister Mari Kiviniemi. He started by asking her if Finland would be willing to increase the size of the European Financial Stability Facility if more is needed.
Actually, we are not ready to increase the size of the EFSF, but we are ready to consider that kind of changes which makes it possible to use a bit more flexibly those amounts of money which we have in there. But the actual increase of the size of the EFSF, that is not in line with the Finnish positions.
Okay, so what kind of changes would you be behind if that was needed?
I think we have to. I think there's several what we could consider, but I don't want to speculate with it. So I think we have to together first find solutions to that question, and together then decide on that, and then kind of proceed that. To that direction.
Would flexibility perhaps be involving the credit rating of the vehicle? So instead of it being a AAA, take it down a notch or two, and then you can lend more against the collateral that's there.
That is one example, but as I said, I don't want to speculate with all of those details. I think that the ministers of finance could think of ways to use that vehicle more flexibly.
What do you think is the strongest message that you could give to investors as you leave this summit meeting?
We are, yes, I think the decision we will make concerning the permanent crisis mechanism, and also that we want to implement the decisions concerning the better economic policy coordination, strengthening of this Stability and Growth Pact as soon as possible. So I think those are the major messages. But one further one is that those countries which right now are in a bit of a trouble, like Portugal and Spain, they have to make decisions which also confirm the financial markets.
Do you expect that Portugal and Spain will eventually be part of the stability mechanism?
I don't want to speculate with that, and also Portugal and Spain, they have very clearly stated that they don't need any assistance from the vehicle, so I think we have to give them a chance.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that investors will be satisfied with what it is that you're saying and leaders will be saying, given that over the course of the last few months leaders have been fairly consistent in the message that they've delivered, yet the risk perceptions continue to rise?
Of course, we all hope that these decisions will be enough. If we would think that these aren't enough, we would make new decisions. So, but I have to I want to underline that these decisions which we are making, we have been able to proceed very rapidly concerning the details of this permanent crisis mechanism, and also the treaty change. So that shows that European Union is ready to move and make the decisions needed.
Okay. Question on Mr. Barroso's comments earlier on today. He said that the crisis in Europe was now systemic. Do you agree?
Yeah, I haven't heard his comment earlier, and I don't know in which context he said, but I think that what is needed, and actually in the ECOFIN meeting that was already decided, that what we need is new stress tests to European banks. That for sure is needed to make it clear and to also to the financial markets to see and notice in which parts of the banks there still are problems.
How difficult is it going to be to leave this summit with an outcome that satisfies both financial market investors and your own electorate at home?
When I think about this particular meeting, I think that it was rather easy to come here, because I didn't have any difficulties to convince the Parliament or the Finnish citizens of the need of these decisions which will be made today, especially what comes to that detail, and that also then in the future after the year 2013 the private creditors will be then part of the solution if one country ends up to a situation, to a bad debt situation.
Bad debt situations. I mean, obviously, Finland is a AAA economy in a AAA eurozone. Do you think that?
And that will be the fact in the future too, when it depends on me.
That may be the case, but for those countries that aren't AAA and they fall beneath it, maybe they're involved in a debt rescheduling in future. Do you think that they should remain in the eurozone or they should leave?
I think the best solution is now to keep the eurozone like what it is now. I don't think that is a solution to kick some countries out of the eurozone. But what all the eurozone countries have to do is that they have to consolidate their finances and stabilize their budget.